Hello everyone, and welcome back to our next episode of Dwarf Fortress, here at the Fortress of Hammerstroke. I'm jumping right back in after recording the last episode. So, unfortunately, we just lost our militia commander fighting a lava crab. And unfortunately, he set the whole area on fire in a desperate attempt to win the battle and killed our militia commander, burning her to death. So, that just happened. But our fortress must continue. We have to go on. So, with or without her, we're going to continue what we started here. What are they currently digging out? Yes, so they're digging out this area here. We're going to flood this, and we're going to let all of the water drain out again, and then we're going to use this area to have our animals in as our pen and pasture area. This is going to be for our birds, so our chickens, turkeys, peacocks, anything like that. We have an alert, so yeah, so they're just saying that, oh, hey, remember that militia commander we had? Oh, yeah, no one's seen her in a week, but unfortunately we know that. And we have a slab set to be made for her. So hopefully they'll get that done sooner rather than later, so we can have it engraved and prevent her ghost from haunting us. But yeah, so right now we have 13 dwarves. So some of the tasks that we have set to be completed are just taking a little bit longer. Oh, perfect, he completed it. So we can go back to our manufacturing area, and we can tell them engrave memorial slab for Dumid Regmasos, our core militia commander. So let's tell them to go ahead and do that. And what better place to put our memorial than right here in our fortress? So maybe what we'll do is we'll come down here and we'll just dig out a small alcove and place the slab in here for everyone to see as they're traveling about in the fortress, entering into our fortress. So hopefully they'll do that pretty quickly. I don't see why not. Let's check on, see what everybody's doing. So you're digging, you're getting a drink, forging copper breastplate, socializing, storing item, a stockpile, drinking, making charcoal, planting seeds, smelting more tetrahedrite. So let's go ahead and pop down to our tavern. And what's neat is as they're in here, socializing and drinking, they will occasionally sing songs, and then that plays in the soundtrack as they're singing. So that's pretty cool. And I believe they did just add a new song here with the last update, so we'll have to keep an ear out for that. Okay, so one of our guys has just become a planter, so that's good. Let's come down here and check on our farm area. He's slowly getting all this mined out. This will be where our floodgate goes. So let's go in here and actually tell him to go ahead and mine that out before anything else, just so that we can go ahead and have our floodgate installed and ready to go whenever he's done mining all of that. Did they ever come in here and Oh, so they have rebuilt some of this. It looks like they just have one floor tile left to go there. They haven't built that wall in yet. I would hope they get these put in sooner rather than later as well. Just for the fact that we could block this off and prevent any other creatures from getting into our fortress, because our militia commander is no more. So that is our entire armed forces. So let's go in here and build machine and fluid, floodgate. We're gonna place it right here, I think. I thought I built one. Or did I just have the orders the way? Let's check here. Sometimes you can see them sitting there. Someone might also be transporting it. I believe if they're in the process of transporting it, it will not get, yep, so it's sitting right here. So fairly soon it should be pop up as being available. Let's just double check here real quick. Floodgate. Yep, perfect. So they'll run down here and build that. So another thing we also need to build then is a place to make mechanisms. So let's just build a 7x6 area here, and they'll slowly hop on that. And then it's a mechanics workshop where you can make gears and such, because we're gonna need that to make a lever that's gonna control our floodgate. So I'm gonna go ahead and tag him as only mining, so that way when he excuse me, when he gets up, he will then go and start mining along with the two other miners, just so that we can hopefully get that done just a little bit faster. What are you doing, buddy? You're moving awful slow. If I can click on you. Oh, you're gonna come down here and construct this last floor tile. And then they have not started building any of this either. Really, we should put 2 doors in there as well. I usually don't like them to be right at the end, or right next to my stairs. I like there to be a space in between, but that's how it has to be. And do we still have someone? No, okay, I took that task away. That's fine. I don't want to have too many tasks going, just because we only have a handful of dwarves at the moment, so they're gonna get behind if they have to do everything. And they finally did disassemble our wagon here, so that's good. And they've also got all of the workshops that we set up in the beginning dismantled as well. I think the next thing we do is we'll get rid of this dormitory, and we'll build a little bit nicer one down here, kind of across the hall from our little tavern. So that way when new dwarves arrive, they'll have a place to stay if we don't have all the bedrooms ready yet. And it won't be so far from the rest of the fortress. I was also thinking that if we come down here to have our farm in this area, I think what I might do is eventually maybe build a second tavern and set of bedrooms down here, specifically for all of our farmers, so that way they don't have to run all the way back up to the fortress to be able to sleep and eat and that kind of thing. So did they get that mined out all the way? They did, perfect. And they got one of the doors down. So we'll go ahead and lock this one. Oh, whoops, I did not lock it, I forbid it. There we go. And then once they get the door and the floodgate placed down, I'll have them come in and mine through that so we can start filling this room. Let's come up here. How are they doing on getting that mined out? Perfect. So let's go ahead and place our mechanics workshop. And then once they get that built, we'll be able to build the next mechanisms to then be able to put the lever down for the floodgate. It looks like our armor smith is doing pretty good. He's about halfway through most of our things we asked him to make. So he's doing quite good. I'm looking to hopefully sell a bunch of those. How are we doing on bars? So we have 71 copper bars left, so we're doing pretty good. I don't want him to kind of start making too much and then we don't have enough bars for him to do all that. Did they not finish this? Or is it? Okay, it's tagged for a work order. Alright, so perfect. Now we can go ahead and come up here and place that. And we just got a petition, so I'm thinking that's probably going to be from one of our visitors to join our fortress. So Urush Ring wishes to reside in Hammerstroke for the purpose of eradicating monsters. Let's see this person. So you can go to others, and I believe it was this person here. Yep. Now you can't have spies that come to your fortress and try and steal your goods and steal some of the valuable things that you've made. Let's see, what is his combat experience? So no kills that are reported. But he's a competent axe dwarf, novice, and everything else. But I say we go ahead and approve for him to stay here. Just so that maybe he will travel down into the caverns and kind of kill and deal with any problems that might come up. Okay. So let's see, did they get that built yet? They did not. But we do have someone, our miners, now that they've completed their mining task, are going to go and excuse me, construct some buildings. So hopefully one of those will be our mechanics workshop. Though he looks like he's going back up, so we'll have to see. Oh, I bet he's building the slab for our fallen militia commander. We could also have our miners going down and mining out some more ores and such for us, but I think we want to get caught up on some of the other tasks we have for the moment. So yep, he's placing the slab down, and if we can look at it, this is the Dolomite Memorial to our militia commander, in memory, born year 42, went missing in the year 101, militia commander of the Blunt Picks, 100 to 101, united with Rose Gold. Okay, sad, but I'm sure we'll lose quite a many more dwarves before the end. So let's go down here. They built this. Let's go ahead and tell them in the manager's view to make rock mechanisms, and we'll just go ahead and have them make 10 of those. And what's kind of neat is you can see the little check mark here that tells you when your manager has viewed the task and approved it. Okay, so we're out of coal, so he's gonna go ahead and pause that for the time being. I'm gonna cancel this, and I'm gonna go ahead once we get some charcoal, and I'm gonna tell him to start making iron ingots instead of the silver and copper. So as you can see, this little dwarf in red here, that's actually a child dwarf, and you can have them do labors and whatnot, but I find once your fortress is big enough, it's better to just let them play, and especially spend time in the guild halls, because then they'll actually get skills when they grow up, instead of becoming a peasant. Okay, so here we have another petition for one of those warriors to join for eradicating monsters. I'm going to go ahead and approve that one as well. Suspended construction of the door. Why would you do that? Go ahead and resume that for me. Okay, have we got... Okay, perfect. So now we're just waiting on the construction of those mechanisms. Do we have someone doing that yet? Okay, we have now a human hammerman. That's our first non-dwarf visitor. And as I said, I think in the first episode, we do have all the races as neighbors of our fortress, so we should get caravans from the humans and elves, and also we'll probably get visitors from all different races, but that'll be later on once we kind of build up some value, because right now we only have 7,700 created wealth, so not very high at all. But hopefully that will change. Let's go in here and actually check. So he's been making copper breastplates and all this copper stuff. All this other clothing is stuff that the migrants have brought with them. So let's go ahead and look at this breastplate. Just one of these he's made. A finely crafted copper breastplate. It says a value of 30. What we can actually do is we can come over here to our jeweler's workshop, and we can add a new task to encrust finished good with cut gems. I don't think there's a way to tell them, like, encrust armor, but let's try that real quick and see if that's something we can do. So let's say encrust. Can we say armor? No, we cannot. Okay, that's fine. So we'll just go ahead and tell him to encrust finished goods with cut gems, and just do that on a loop for a while, and maybe he'll do that. Now I think one of these, it might be the crafts workshop, will let you stud things. I thought. There's decorate. Okay, and it looks like all of our animals are giving birth again. That's just a recurring thing saying, hey, I can't make any more armor until I have some more coal. But that's okay. Are we almost out of wood? Possibly. Oh, logs. So yeah, we only have a couple logs left. So I'm gonna come down here, and I'm gonna tell our guy to chop down some of these logs. And it looks like the ash is going away. So that's very good, because then we won't have to, we could still use this area for farming. And then someone should eventually come down here and chop down all of these, and we'll be able to use that as wood. Okay, so we do have a couple mechanisms now. So I think we're gonna come down and we'll just place it, we'll place the mechanism like right here, for this down here. Actually, I'd kind of rather mine this block out and put it right here, if we can have that done. Let's tag you, and hopefully you can run down here real quick and do that. And then in order to get our mechanism to affect our floodgate here, what we'll do is we'll click on them and we'll hit link lever, and then it will give us this as an option, and we'll do that, and they'll run back and forth and touch them and to link them, and then we will be able to make our floodgate go up and down by pulling the lever. And then all that will be left to do is make sure that we have our miner come over and knock this block off, and then this place will slowly fill with water, and we can shut that back up once it does, and then let it dry out and move our animals in here. I think I'm going to go ahead and set this as a pen and pasture, just so I don't forget to do that later, and then it ought to be set up. So you are still constructing a building. Sometimes that takes a while just because they just have to carry it so far, and well, carrying stone is quite heavy, so we can go ahead and tag that to be built as well. Okay, so it looks like they are starting to build some of this floor in, so that way we can start to place our furnaces and forges and that kind of thing to utilize our magma instead of using charcoal. He's slowly making his way down there. Let's just go ahead and look and see our axe dwarf. He's just socializing, so that's probably because there are no known monsters. It looks just like cavey boar are the only thing that are there, which for the time being I am not going to complain about, because we definitely don't want to come across any too terrible creatures, because we are nowhere close to being ready for that yet. Let's go ahead and check on our miner, see if he's ready to mine yet. You're going to drink first. That's fine. Let's follow you. So we got another visitor, a warthog woman. Oh, that's different. Oh yeah, look at her. Let's see her description. A person with the head of a warthog. She is very strong, but she is clumsy and susceptible to disease She's very muscular, her hair is brown, her skin is dark brown, and her eyes are brown. Very interesting. Combat skills? Skilled crossbowman. Okay. A novice climber. No labor skills, so she is basically a warthog adventurer. Well, that's pretty neat. I don't know if I've had too many warthog people visit us before. I have had a rhino person that was like a soldier, and they joined my fortress, and I made them basically become like a king's guard, basically, once my fortress became the mountain home. Alright, so now naturally they decided to go sleep instead of finishing mining that out for us. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. So we're gonna go ahead and jump back into our Fortress of Hammerstroke here. It is okay, so hopefully he will be up soon and be able to mine that out for us, unless someone else got to it first. But no, they're still trying to catch up on all these other jobs we've given them, so unfortunately they will not be doing that yet, but we will get that done sooner than later. And I'd like to get all these animals out of here as quickly as possible and get them down into the fortress, which we can go ahead and put down our nest boxes that we looks like a caravan's coming, but let's go ahead and put down our nest boxes that we made earlier. And we can make this a pen and pasture as well. And then we will accept and we'll add all of our birds. So our hens and roosters. We have a goose. And looks like that's it. So they'll go ahead and start to bring them down. Okay, so what happened? A human caravan from Pesor Athrab has arrived. And the High Treasurer. Okay. So let's come up here. And we'll just kind of see what all we have to trade with them. We have amulets and stuff, but they're not worth a lot. Our armor we want to keep to trade with our next dwarven caravan. None of our drinks seem to be worth a lot. Ooh, that chalk bracelet's worth 1,000. I wonder why that is. Well, let's add that for sure. I think we're going to be relying on cut gems, which it looks like none of those are really worth a lot either. That's unfortunate. Usually we have a good many that are worth something. How about rough gems? Are any of these worth anything? Not particularly. There's a couple that are worth 60. These are worth 100 each. We might have to just... Oh, these are worth 200 apiece, so we might have to take these, and maybe these, and take those up to trade. Just because we don't have a whole lot yet. Okay, so I did notice he was mining that out, or he was going to. So Hopefully he'll get down here soon. We'll follow him. Yep, he's almost there. Perfect. So we'll have him dig and then we'll place that mechanism there. And it also shouldn't take too long for our dwarves to carry up those goods we want to trade. So we'll place a lever there, and then once they build that, we'll be able to connect them. I wanted to see the human treasurer. So High Treasurer, Diplomat. Okay, he's actually coming down into our fortress to talk to us. Let's see his personality. He has an amazing memory and natural ability with music, good creativity, good intuition, a sum of patience, and a way with words. But he has a questionable spatial sense, poor analytical abilities, and next to no willpower. He is not bothered in the slightest by deviations from the norm or even extreme differences in lifestyle or appearance. He tries to do things correctly each time. He has a tendency to go it alone without considering the advice from others. He generally acts with a narrow focus on the current objective. He is very humble. Wow, he sounds like he is quite a good diplomat. And there he is. He's probably trying to... Oh, it looks like he's trying to talk with my broker. But I would think he would also try and speak with our... Oh, and he has like a bodyguard with him. He has a swordsman and a whip, a lasher. That's cool. How skilled are they? Talented? Are you also talented? You are talented swordsman. Okay. So he's got a little retinue with him as well. That's pretty cool. Alright. So, we still have 14 items we're bringing up here. We can do a little preview of what they've brought. Looks like a bunch of meat, a bunch of cloth and leather, cheese, plants, a yak bowl, glass, the clothing I'm never interested in because we can't wear it, cheese, bunch of meat. Okay, so nothing really all that interesting, but that's okay. I always try and trade with as many of the caravans as I can, just for the fact that we want to be moving a bunch of wealth in and out of the fortress. The better we can get it, the higher we can get that number, the more likely we are to get migrants to come to our fortress. So as you can see, they're moving the hens down here. These nest boxes should allow our birds to lay eggs, and if we leave them sitting there, then they will hatch into new birds, or we can take them and use them for cooking. How are we doing on moving this? Only 5 items, so I'm going to go ahead and request the broker, so when he wakes up from sleeping, he'll hopefully come up here and we can get started on trading. I always try to do that as quickly as possible since they don't stay there forever. No one's constructing yet. They're all basically trying to get everything moved up here. Yep, so we only have 1 item left, so when they're moving individual items, they seem to be able to move them pretty quickly. Let's see, how much skill is he getting in planting? So he's a skilled planter now, so that's pretty good. I believe he was the one that started off as our peasant. Okay, so he's going to conduct a meeting. I'm curious if he's going to talk with the diplomat, or if he's who he's trying to have a meeting with. Yep, the diplomat. So the broker meets with the human high treasurer. On behalf of the Merchants Guild, let me extend a greeting to your people. There's much to discuss. Okay, he shared some information with him. Okay, we can request stuff from them as well. Let's see what kind of pets we can request from them. It might be different than from the dwarves. We should request a cow and a bull to get that going. We already have goats. Rats, that's different. Parakeets and eagles. I think that might be all I really want to request from them. Also, let's look at some instruments. We'll request all of those. And yeah, that's good. Let's see what they're looking for. Amulets and legwear. Okay. And now he's gonna have something to eat. Looks like he's eating a plump helmet, so maybe we should add a task for making some easy prepared meals. Let's check here. Prepared meals. Where are you at? Prepared meals. So we have none. So yeah, they're just eating the plump helmets right now. So that'll make them a lot happier if they a gremlin. Where are you? Oh, okay. He was trying to sneak into our fortress and steal everything. I did tell, oh, he's a broker. Okay, I need to undo that for the... I forgot that my broker was also my woodcutter. So that's obviously why he hasn't done that. But hopefully he'll finish up eating and drinking and he'll go trade. Which is the priority right now. Which he's, okay, there we go. He's going to trade now. Okay. Someone must have walked out there and discovered all those other, gemstones. Okay, so now that this is here, we're going to link lever, and we're going to link it to that floodgate. We're going to tell them to do it, and then we're going to have them pull it. Okay, let's come up here and wait for our broker to get up to the trade depot. I'm going to need him to trade and then immediately hopefully go down and start cutting those fungal wood logs so we can get some charcoal going. Though by the time we do that, they might have built out on here a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and trade. Let's mark all. So 3,020. I'm just gonna, oh my goodness, what was, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and select all of the wood. Let's grab the wine barrel, because why not? Is it all just cloth and leather? Yep, looks like it. We'll grab all the meat. We don't have fish dissector yet, so we won't worry about gathering any of the fish. We'll take the cheese. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else? We'll take the instrument. And I guess we'll grab some of those bins of... grab one of cloth. And we'll try and grab one of leather and see if we can make the deal. Perfect. Okay. And then we'll say no trader needed, and we'll go ahead and go into our laborers and tell our woodcutter to only be cutting wood for the time being. Yep, you're going to fell trees. Perfect. We do need to come back down here and tell you to start making charcoal again. Who is fighting? Oh, a honey badger. Where are you fighting a honey badger at? Oh, okay. One of our, the caravan guards just went up and killed the honey badger up there. Went ahead and marked it as a priority, so hopefully they will go and do that right now. I think that's what he's doing, so we're gonna go ahead and grab you, and we're gonna tell you to mine that out for us. So he should run over. Oh. Maybe he has to go get another mechanism. Yeah, because you're going to link it. Yep, so he's probably running up to grab another mechanism and then gonna run back down to link it then. Which luckily it's not too far to go. But they put it in the stockpile, so he had to run past where it was made all the way into the warehouse. That's okay. Okay. I was just worried. Okay, it's still down. It would be my luck that he would go and mine that out before being able to move the floodgate up and down and then just flood the whole area out regardless. Now, please pull the lever for me so we can open this floodgate. I don't know why he went to harvest plants whenever he has an order to only mine. He should just go to the tavern and wait for the mining order. Unfortunately, no migrants again this time, so that is a little unfortunate. Let's go down and check and see how... So they've made a little bit of progress with this, not a whole lot. Like I said, there's just a lot of tasks to be done and not a whole lot of dwarves to do it. So, but we did get that mined out. Hopefully after he stores this in a barrel, he's gonna then run down and realize he can mine that out now, and then we'll be able to flood out that area. What the plan for that is, we'll get like a 1 or 2 layer of water on it, on the whole area, and then we'll close that floodgate off again, and then that will make a mud layer over top that whole area, and then the fungus floor will grow on it, so we can put all of our grazing animals down there, and they'll be able to eat and they won't starve, and we can get them off the surface and into the caverns. So he's coming down here. Let's see. They haven't brought down any of those nest boxes yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and as soon as he runs out of here, we're gonna lock the door so no one can pass through, and we're just gonna keep an eye on once this starts to get full. And once it's full, then we'll be able to close it off again. There's a tiny little cap hopper, and he's trying not to get sucked down into the into our little pen area that we're gonna have. I should look. I think this touches the edge of the map, probably up here somewhere. I just can't see it yet. So we shouldn't have to worry about it actually draining the level of the water here. And we can tell him that we don't need him just to mine, so he can go and do something else. How many prepared foods do we have now? 60. Okay. So I'm just want to keep an eye on this so we don't get it too deep. Because I believe if it gets like 1 or 2, it'll evaporate and become mud. But if it's more than that, we'll actually have to drain it, which could be more of a inconvenience. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna give it another second or 2, wait till it gets to like maybe this area, and then we'll go ahead. You can kind of see some of the areas are already getting mud on them. Hopefully it fills the whole area. It should. It should pour fast enough into that space that it'll cover the whole area. Almost there. Give it another second. I don't want them to pull it before it reaches the whole thing, just so it will fill this whole area here. And our merchants have left, taking all of our precious gems that we've dug out of the heart of our mountain. Okay, so we're getting really close. I'm going to go ahead and give the order to pull the lever, just because it will take a little bit for someone to realize, oh, I need to come down and pull that. Wow, that's actually a lot faster than I thought it would be. Usually it takes a little bit of time to get down here. And actually, if he didn't do it yet, I'm going to cancel that and just give it another second, just because he was so fast. I thought it would take a minute for them to kind of clear through some of the tasks and get to that, but that's okay. And they're all at 1 and 2. Come on. Almost there. And you can see too some of the items are moving. That's because the water is strong enough that it's actually pushing. There we go. And you can see our floodgate has gone down, trapping the water we have inside. And now we just have to wait until the water starts to dry up, which shouldn't take very long at all. And then we can go ahead and unlock our doors and tell them, alright, go ahead and move all of our dependent pasture animals down here. So that will be excellent. Hopefully they will now start working a little bit faster on this area as well, which they don't seem to be working on that at all. Yeah, I might come over here and tell our gem crafter that he can stop encrusting. Let's see. I thought he might have something on him, but it looks like he doesn't. We're back to making charcoal now that we have some wood, and it looks like we did get quite a bit of wood from chopping down those mushroom trees. I was really hoping that we would have gotten some more migrants from that last wave, but it looks like we didn't, which is unfortunate. But I think I'm going to go ahead, I can come out to here. So I'm going to come out to about here. Where is the last tile I can do? On that one there. So I'm going to come into here. And I'm going to do R3. I'm just going to make a little kind of cul-de-sac area here. And we're going to make it roughly like that. And do something like this. And we'll just make a couple houses around this cul-de-sac. Couple more to finish off this row here, and I don't have anyone set to only be mining, so they'll just kind of get to this when they get to it, and that's fine. Okay, so then we'll have a couple extra. I do want to come down and we're gonna make rock coffers, and let's go ahead and do, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, okay, count that right, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, so we're gonna make 23. We're gonna make rock cabinets. We're gonna do 23 of those. And let's just do rock doors. Let's just do 20 of those. Is there any other furniture we want to build for the rooms right now? I don't think so. I think that's probably good for now. So they'll get to work on that. Let's go ahead and tell them to go ahead and put some dwarves in. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 more to finish off the doors for that. Down a little bit. I don't see any trees anywhere. And I am seeing every once in a while a dry spot pop up. So I would think it's definitely not going to be too much longer, and we'll be able to move our animals down into there. And they have been carrying some of the armor pieces up here as well. So we have actually completed one of our orders for the male shirts, so that's great. How many bars of charcoal do we have? 2. Okay, so he's using them up pretty much as fast as they can make them. We may want to go ahead and... Well, no, let's not worry about that. He is completing some of those. Let's go ahead and put in an order for making iron. So we're going to use hematite. And then we'll be able to, once we get those iron bars smelted, we'll be able to put in an order for an anvil. So that way we can get another metalsmith's forge up and running. And then what I would like to do is, since we do have those silver ingots, we can go ahead and get some of that going. So we'll be able to make some crafts and such from that. I think I want to do, since I'm going to have my animals here, I want to have my leather crafting and everything over here. So I'm going to come up to this layer here, and I might come off of here, kind of like this, and we'll do building here, something like that. That looks nice. And then this will be for our leather production. And we could also go ahead and put another building over here that's going to be used for our cloth making. We'll do something like, you can't have diagonals touch because that'll make it open there. So yep, as you can see, it's starting to dry up and leave that muddy floor. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock these doors. And we're going to go ahead and click on our pen and pasture here. And we're going to move down all of our grazing animals. That is nice that we have a yak, cow, and a bull. I didn't choose those. That was just the animals they brought to pull the wagon. You always get 2 free animals. Usually they're yaks or cows or something like that. So that was very nice that we got both of those for free. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go ahead and delete this pen and pasture. And what should happen is they'll all go ahead and make their way down to our tavern, because it's set as like a meeting place, and your animals will actually gather at the meeting place as well. So this is interesting. So you can see this purple stuff here. That's miasma. That means that something we've made has spoiled or gone bad. So I'm thinking it's probably some kind of prepared food that we've made. How many do we have of these now? Yeah, we have 95, so that's way too many for our 15 dwarves to eat. But because we have a door here, the miasma won't go out into the next area, so it'll only affect the kitchen. Now, I just wanted to double check that I got all the birds. Yep, they just haven't taken them all down yet. So it looks like they're working on making the rock coffers. So, yep, we've got like 4 of those made, 4 of those made, and a couple doors as well. So they're making pretty good progress on that. We've completed all 10 breastplates. And yeah, they canceled that order to make iron bars because our armor smith is using up all the charcoal. Oh, they did make a couple. So we're gonna go ahead and put in an order for an iron anvil, and we just want 1. Yes, they still haven't had time to come down and construct any of this, though. Someone might. Yep. We actually have someone. It says it's waiting for construction, so they're gonna build this. Now, I believe when you build the workshop, we have the smelters that we're going to be making. Yeah, we're going to use the smelters, and I think it's the very center tile, so it's 3 by 3. So I think that tile here is the one that has to be uncovered. So what we'll do is we'll build these here and leave this tile open and place it down, and it should have access to the magma below it, and then we'll be able to go ahead and they still haven't. I assume it's because of the rock salt that's here, and they stood on the stairs and didn't have anywhere to place it down, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. We might just end up moving them. We can build 2 wall pieces here and put the doors there. Would actually probably work better. So, that's okay. Build, construction, wall. We'll build 1 there, 1 there. And then we can put the door in between. But I think it won't let you place from a blueprint because it thinks you don't have it next to an actual wall. That's okay. So it looks like we've got all of our nest boxes moved down here. Is there anyone moving animals? They're all sleeping. Doesn't look like it. So let's come back up here to our tavern area. And we'll come across the kind of street here. And let's do it with this. This will become our new dormitory. And you can see all of our animals are kind of gathering here in the tavern because we don't have our pen and pasture that they were in. We deleted it, so they moved all down here, and then our dwarves will have less distance to go. Just hopefully they decide to go and move them sooner rather than later. Now, 2 of our people are unhappy now, our pump operator and our metal crafter. we're just going to take a quick look at them. So, worried after lack of decent meal, restless after lack of troublemaking, blissful after remember sleeping in a good bedroom. That's good. Worried about being unable to pray, grouchy after drinking the same old booze, irritated when hungry, irritated when drowsy. So, and then what about our other guy? He is euphoric due to inebriation, uneasy after being able to pray, unable to acquire something, unable to fight. So, Shorast is our metal crafter. But I might go ahead and make him our new militia commander. So yeah, he is a novice leader as well, so actually he's more qualified than our last one. So we're going to go to our schedule. He's under constant training, so he should go and pick up some equipment and start training. That'll get rid of his boredom for the time being. Hopefully he'll start doing some combat training. And I don't think I can assign... Yeah. So those two dwarves that joined us to fight monsters, they're just kind of staying in our fortress. They're not actual citizens, so I can't actually assign them labors and things of that nature. So we'll have to wait until they decide to join us in order to do that. But I think once they do, we'll definitely want to add them to our military, since they are already pretty skilled. And I want our dwarves to go ahead and take these animals down, but they haven't quite done that yet, and I just don't want them to all starve to death while they're waiting to be taken down. If I have to, I can always pause some of the other tasks that we have, like the coffers and cabinets and that kind of thing, so that way it kind of frees up some of our dwarves, but I think they ought to be able to get to it in time and not have to really worry about it too much. But hopefully, it's early autumn already. Our caravan from our mountain home should be getting back. I'm just going to go ahead and sell all that armor to them that they wanted. I didn't think about it, but armor might only count as the breastplates and the mail shirts, since headwear and legwear is under a different category. I'm hoping it's not the case and all of it is at that extra price, but if not, it'll be okay. We'll have enough gems to sell them when they get here, so no big deal either way. But I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here, guys. Next time, hopefully we'll get that caravan and we'll get some more migrants to come, as we only have 15 so far, and we're at the end of our second year here. Then I would like to take this trade post and move it down inside of our base, because when we trade, we have all these resources sitting here, and they're just sitting out in the open, so something could come along and easily take that from us. So we're gonna want to move that trade post down into our fortress. I was thinking probably we'll dig this out more. Like, we might even come and just dig all of this out. So all of that for sure. But then even up to like maybe, well, see, the thing is we don't want it too wide, because we're gonna build like a battlement up here for our archers to stand on. So we might come to here. So 3 in from the side. And we'll mine all that out. And this will be kind of our nice open corridor because we're going to be getting rid of this dormitory here. Anyways, and then we can put our trade post like over here, or even inside of this area. Maybe mine out a 3 wide section here, and come out a little bit more. Do an 11 by 11 area here. And have that as our trade post area. So that way it's inside of the gates, and we don't have to worry about taking the resources quite as far. So I think that'll be the plan for next time, guys. I'd also like to hopefully get more of this so we can get our magma forges and furnaces up and going, smelters up and going, so that way we don't have to rely on charcoal anymore. And definitely get all of our animals moved down into our new pen and pasture area and get them out of here. So, but that will all be for next time, guys. Hope you're enjoying the series as much as I am. Always fun to get back into Dwarf Fortress, and we have a lot to do to get prepared for our first eventual siege. So I'm excited for that as well. But we have a lot to do, and look at that. Our caravan from the mountain home has arrived, but we will save that for next time, guys. So, like I said, any tips, tricks, things you'd like to see, anything like that, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.